morning and welcome back to Pirate TV. I'm Trevelin. And I'm Riley. On this year's first edition of Pirate TV, we will take a dive into our sports and athletes, explore the new Pirate Time system, pull people over, and figure out what's going on behind the tennis courts. It feels like they're always building something here. What can you serve us, Riley? We breached Dr. Wilson's office and asked him a racket of questions. Some of you may be wondering what all the commotion at the tennis courts is about. Fear not, Dr. Wilson is here to answer your questions.
What is going on with the new construction project over by the tennis courts?
The new project going on at the tennis courts, we are adding 2 new courts. So currently we have 6 tennis courts. We're going to add 2 just to give us more space for practices, more courts for games and matches, and just more opportunities for students to be involved. As you drive through the loop, you probably didn't notice the trees in the view that we have now. The trees were all removed, and it really opens up that space, and it looks a whole lot different as you come through.
So why is it being constructed?
We kind of had the need to add more space for tennis. We had 6, but we have a lot of participants, especially with the recent success in our tennis programs. We've always wanted to add 2 more courts, especially when we host tournaments, especially when we host matches here. It just allows us to have more space and to include more kids into the program.
Are there any more renovation or construction projects being considered at the high school for this year?
Coming up this year, we may have some more work that we're doing at the football stadium. We had the turf projects that we completed just a little bit ago that we did this summer. We have a couple items that we need to complete with that project, but that should do it from around here. Maybe stay tuned for the spring for some other projects that we have not announced yet.
Do you ever go down to the new turf and think about the old glory days of being the Pirates QB back in the day?
No, I do not.
Are these areas open for the community to use when not being used by Branson High School students?
The actual turf is not open for the community, but the track is. So if you want to come up and walk on the weekends on the track, it is, but to use the turf, it's not open for the community, no.
Okay, thank you. That's all the questions we had for today.
You're welcome.
New courts. The future of tennis is bright. With that, another mystery is solved. I am pumped to grow sunflowers on the new turf. You can't do that. Yes, I can. Speaking of the new turf, the football team is currently 4-0, and they are ready to track on another dub. Here's our take with Coach Hafner and Luke McCormick.
Yeah, districts will be interesting this year. We got classified as a 5A team, which is the same we were last year. A little bit different from in the past. We've been in with Lebanon and a couple other different schools, but this year Lebanon went to a different district, but we still have Republic and Willard. I think and us will probably be the top teams at this point. So it's going to be one of those things where Willard's playing really good right now. They're 2-1. Republic is 3-0, or excuse me, 2-1 right now with their only loss to Nixa. And then we're 3-0. So it's going to be a very competitive district. It's going to be a fight for that number 1 spot ranking in districts to get that first round bye. But yeah, we have several kids that are getting recruited right now. We have Luke McCormick and our quarterback, and Skylar Slayton's playing defensive end, tight end. Tegan Asbury's a receiver. Will Funderburk is a linebacker for us. Alex Lewis has done a great job at defensive end. There'll be some schools be looking at him. Obviously, Dane Eford is probably going to be a Division I kicker, getting recruited by a lot of Power 5 schools at this point. We have, and then some younger kids that are juniors, that are getting some attention as well.
I would say a big part of our success has just been all of our players buying in, not only to the just the football aspect of it, but also to the weight room and just like the culture that we're trying to establish. It's been a weird change because we've never really played against these guys, but I'd say it's been interesting for sure and fun, but I feel like even if we were in the COC still, that we could handle and compete with those guys. I don't think you could really point it down to just players. I feel like everyone has really solidified the role and just done really well at what they can, and just everyone's had like their own impact on the team.
What are some of the strengths of the team this season?
I would say definitely our teamwork. We're basically, or I would say we're a really good team. We really love each other. And of course we have basically our whole starting lineup back, so.
All right, what do you think about this season and how it's going to go?
I think it's been fun. I think we definitely have potential to grow more. So we're still a very young team, so.
And who are some of the key players on the team that helped win the LMC title?
I'd say the whole team who went there, 1 through 9 was playing, but everybody who was there was cheering and just helped us encourage us.
A new Pirate Time has seen a plethora of different opinions by students. So we reached out to Dr. Harris to break down Pirate Time for us. What do you think of the new system of Pirate Time?
It's horrible, it sucks, bring back study hall.
It's inefficient because there are some students that use that time to make up tests and do homework because they either cannot stay before or after school because their parents work or they are included in sports.
That's pretty good.
Hey, yeah, you bet. So we made some Pirate Time changes this year. Most of those were around going away from the placement side or the placement style where you guys were put in different areas or classrooms based off of your grades for a specific term to more of a true intervention where teachers were providing some reteaching or review instruction around specific concepts that they as educators and professionals noticed that students were struggling in. So here early on, we're kind of without a privilege time, and there's gonna be some changes with that as well. But we really went away from, all right, this is a study hall piece to this is a more focused academic intervention.
What are your opinions on the changes?
Yeah, so it's always interesting to kind of put something together. We had a team of teachers kind of work through these things, and then putting those in place, you're just kind of anticipating how it's gonna go, getting feedback from the students, getting feedback from the teachers. With anything, at the beginning, sometimes change is hard, but I really feel like our students are doing a good job of taking care of business outside of the school day, making sure that they're focused in on the learning during the Pirate Time piece, and then, you know, again, like I said, using that for real academic intervention time.
Do you see any positive changes now Pirate Time is different?
Yeah, I've already seen a lot of changes that teachers are able to focus in on a specific lesson or area that they don't feel like their students are mastering or not showing a lot of skill or performance in, and they're able to make some changes and move forward so that way students at least have the knowledge that they need to be able to complete assignments. So without that knowledge, a lot of times it's even harder to complete the assignment. So.
Have you seen any negative responses to the changes?
Oh yeah, students don't like it at first. So, you know, with that said, we want to take your feedback, we want to get more information, but like we mentioned early on in the year with our class meetings, the old way of doing Pirate Time is over for this year. And so we're going to focus in on this new way and give it our very best and hopefully see the fruits of the labor that come about with this.
To wrap things up, here's an exclusive ride along with the Missouri State Hallway Patrol.
I've been in the work about 20 years. My worst case was when a small child stole his mom's car and was going around 120 down the road. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over today? Ah, good. I get to surprise you. Please, license and registration, please. No license, no registration? Wow. Gosh, I don't like riding. Should never have become a cop. Sir, today I'll be writing you a ticket for no hall pass, no license, and no registration. Your fine will be $300 and hobo bum. Here we are. Have a great rest of your night, sir. Do you know why I'm pulling you over today? Oh. Well, you are directly blockading the road. Therefore, I will have to write you a ticket.
Is there any cost to that?
Tickets like this usually costs around $400 or $500.
What is it?
That's all we've got for today. Here are some upcoming events you don't want to miss. Homecoming is Friday, September 27th. Kickoff is at 7 and the dance will begin after the game. The dance will run until 11:30. A special game broadcast will also happen if you can't make it out. Tickets are $10 at lunch and $15 at the door, so you'll save $5 if you buy it at lunch. And the theme is California Girls, so wear something beachy. Girls Tennis Senior Night is October 1st. They're playing against Rogersville at 4:30 p.m. The College and Career Fair is Wednesday, October 2nd at 6 p.m. Reps from different colleges, trade schools, the military, and businesses will be at the event. Also, don't forget about Senior Night Volleyball on October 8th. The Ransom Marching Festival is coming up on October 12th. Picture Retake Day is October 9th. Thanks for watching Pirate TV. We will see you next time.